Fucking, oh my God.
What's wrong? Your teeth bothering you?
No, I'm sore. I got a fucking, had a rough one yesterday after I saw you.
A rough one?
I got in a fight.
You got in a fight?
Yeah.
Dang, you're adding another street fight to your belt?
I don't even like talking about this, and I don't want to talk about it.
How many is this, 1,000 now?
It's enough. Don't be a dick, dude. I'm
not, man.
I know, but I got to, I'm not going to, if I tell you, then you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I got in it's not funny. It was not
a bit of a scuffle?
Yeah, I got in a scuffle.
And you're sore from it?
Yeah, I'm sore from it.
How long did the scuffle last? You know, street fights usually last less than 60 seconds.
Yeah, and this lasted. Are you gonna be a dick? Or
just be honest.
You want to know how long it lasted?
Yes.
With the chase and everything?
Oh, there's a chase? Car chase or foot chase?
Both. Don't be a dick.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is like.
Yeah. So I'm driving. Do you want to hear it?
Are you about to give me the plot from Grand Theft Auto?
I'm not going to give you the plot. I'm driving and minding my own business. I'm on the right hand lane, and a guy drives by this woman in her SUV and takes his bike lock and smashes her window.
Oh, wow.
Calls her a bitch.
Wow.
And she starts to cry, and he takes off down the way, but I'm all the way on the other side, so I have to cut. I just instinctually go, stay there. And she was like...
You said that to her?
Yeah.
Did you ask her what she did wrong?
I could tell that she did nothing wrong, because she goes, I didn't do anything wrong.
You don't know the situation,
She goes, I didn't do anything wrong. And I go, I know, stay there.
Captain Saberho is here. All right, I'm sorry.
Captain Saberho? I'm trying to tell a story, bro.
I'm sorry,
you're
bro.
belittling it.
This is in Venice?
Yeah, it's in Venice.
All right, I don't know,
Man,
bro. I need details.
Okay, so I cut across all traffic, and I chase him down the way, and I'm trying. He's on a bike, and I'm chasing him.
He's on a bike?
In my Tesla.
Oh, wow.
And so he's moving pretty quickly, and I go, pull over. And then he goes, fuck you.
Is he on like a Huffy or on like
Schwinn.
a Harley?
He's on a Huffy. Like a,
okay, like a bike.
So he pulls in, and I clip his wheel, and he goes down. So I pull over, and I jump out, and then he gives chase.
Well, don't say gives chase. Is he white or black?
I leapt. So he's white. He's white with prison tattoos everywhere. And he was a big guy, probably
like Aryan Nation type 230. Of dude, probably?
Yeah, Aryan Nation guy.
Wife beater tattoos.
Yeah, rough. Yeah. It said like
sweats hate.
Yep. And so I leapt upon him, and as I leapt upon him, he swung his fucking. So I leapt here. I leapt.
You like jumped on him?
Yeah.
Like belly? Need a belly?
Need a belly here.
Okay.
And then he, like, give me your hand. Here,
well, I'm holding my coffee.
He didn't have coffee.
Okay, well, let me hold it down. Okay.
Yeah, and then he was here, and then he grabbed me around my hips here.
Okay.
Okay, and I was like, get off me! Get off! And then he brought his hands up, and he fucking put them around my throat. Yep, like this. And then I was like this.
So you guys were doing that?
Yeah, and then we were like this.
Okay.
And then he goes, I'll kiss you. And I go,
what?
Get the fuck off me. Like, so I'm gonna try to kiss him. He's trying to kiss me. And I was like, it's and then I fucking killed him. I'm showing you what I did. I'm showing you. Relax. Relax.
Your beard.
What the fuck? The point is, I got in a fucking fight, dude. Sorry.
Your fucking
beard. I know. How do you think I felt, man? He had a full beard.
God, you're lucky he didn't fuck you.
Well, he tried.
Try to make it out with you?
I heard,
Do you have a goatee?
I heard, oh, and I was like, what the fuck? And in his shirt, he had a pit bull that tried to bite at me.
Oh, my God, man.
So I slew the dog.
Then what happened to the girl?
The girl, I came back.
Go back?
Yep. And she was
Scale
like,
1 to 10, what'd she look like?
She was a fucking 10.
She was 10?
She was 10.
Did you try hooking her up?
She goes, these are real. And I was like, what? And she showed me her breasts. I go, I'm married. She goes, I won't tell. And I go, no way, I'm married. No way. And then she goes, just touch him.
Yeah, you got to do what, justice. It's only it's justice.
I held him in my hands for a while. She said, feel the weight.
Did you titty fuck on the street?
No, that would be cheating.
I don't know. I thought we're talking about a hero.
That would be cheating.
Or it's what heroes do.
Well, it is what heroes do. But
That's what Bruce Wayne does to bitches.
I was like, you earned this.
Yes.
Squeeze
them together. Well, I put this justice pipe between them.
Did you say Captain Save-A-Ho?
Yeah, I did. You never heard that before?
No, but it's very funny.
Yeah.
Captain Save-A-Ho.
You had a lot of energy this morning, bro.
Yeah, I do, bro.
You know what I think gave you that energy?
What happened?
These Gucci boots.
Yeah.
Right when you saw me, I was on the phone making deals. And then you come in.
Yeah.
Like a...
They're just over the line, aren't they?
Are they too much for you?
They're just over the line. It's too much. If you were a Scottish bagpiper and you had bagpipes and a kilt, then even then I'd go.
Even then, someone
they're a little bit too much.
Even then, someone go. You know what? Let's take it down.
I'd say, yeah, those are great. Take the buckle off. Can you cut the buckle off?
Nah, the buckle I celebrate. They have two like serpent heads on it. These are very Game of Thrones-ish.
I know, but it's not. You're not a dandy.
Nothing,
you're not a
Snow.
dandy from the 1500s.
I wish I was.
I know they would go well for the king who gets his head cut off.
Bumblebee on the back?
I sure did see the gold bumblebee. I sure did. You just love. I'm surprised you don't wear jewels.
What do you mean?
Just
like
jewels.
Necklace?
Yeah, like you just don't. Why don't you wear jewels? You know, like
I'd have
a
to
lot
find
of
the right necklace.
a lot of diamonds.
Or like a lot of bracelets and rings.
Yeah, you love gaudy
I don't like
stuff.
rings.
You don't what?
I don't like rings on men.
Yeah.
I like a bracelet. If they're cool bracelets. If I was like Bono, if I was a musician, I'd have all sorts of cool stuff.
Artie Lang said that his father would never let you open his car doors if you had rings on. Don't open my car door. You got a ring.
No, you got to fuck the door.
Because it'll.
Yeah.
Huh. That's a common thing.
Yeah.
You.
Chicks do it.
Really?
Like a long time ago, I was dating a girl. She had this purse, and she like I don't know, those bullshit purses. She went to go in the car and it just scraped the shit out of my car. Ooh. And then she had heels on. She put her legs up like this, and the high heel went into the dashboard. Oh my god,
that'll make you crazy.
Oh my god,
marked it up a little, huh?
Oh yeah,
and that's all you can think about.
Well, you can't get rid of it. Yeah,
you helped me.
Respect, man.
I dented my Tesla up and you pulled it out.
Yeah, I pulled it out.
It was good. Just got to buff
you
it up
got
a little
scratches,
bit.
huh?
Yeah.
What happened exactly?
Got a little mad.
Why?
Nah, don't worry about it. Got in a fight.
Well, no. Why do you keep saying you're getting fights?
Because I got a hot temper, bro.
I know what happened.
You know what it is?
You don't tell people. I'm going to tell people.
No, don't. For another time.
No.
Hey,
you don't tell people.
Look at me like
I'm
that.
going to tell people.
No, because I'll tell you why later.
No, Brian. If you don't give people an idea why you were so mad and you threw rage to two of your best friends, I'm going to tell everybody.
I don't know what you're talking about. Really, I don't.
I'm going to give you one more opportunity, and then I'm going to squeal like a pig.
Felt you were making fun of my birthday party.
Me?
You and Rogan, and I had to.
You thought me and Rogan were making fun of your birthday when you had that 50.
And I got a little mad because I was like, "These motherfuckers are making fun of my birthday party." And then
because
I pulled in, and I fucked my car up because I misjudged when I
threw hate. You threw hate at me and Rogan
in my own driveway, and I go
pure hate.
Yeah, and I go, oh, these motherfuckers just wrecked my car.
Well, you wrecked your car.
These motherfuckers wrecked my car.
Because you thought me and him were making fun of your birthday party.
Yep, I thought you were talking behind my back about my birthday party. And so I was like, oh, my two really good friends talking behind my back? Okay.
About a birthday party,
Fuck you guys. How about that? And maybe we're not friends anymore. How about that?
You lashed out.
I lashed out a little bit.
Without calling anybody.
And then I'm going to play something. We had a talk, too. I was like, yeah, well, don't fucking diss my family and don't diss my birthday party. And you're like, hey, slow down, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, you got
like,
mad.
we're friends, man. I was like, yeah, well. And then I was like, oh God, I can't stay mad. You know me. I can stay mad for how long?
I'm Bryan Callen. My friends made fun of my birthday party. My feelings are hurt. You and Rogan and me.
That's what I said, Brian.
That's what I fucking got the next morning. I mean, that is so disrespectful. I'm personally fucking outraged. I'm so mad.
You were a little hothead coming back from San Francisco.
I get hot, bro.
You run hot.
I'll go through shit in my head. Like, I'll make up stories in my head.
Oh, me too.
I know you do. That's why I know you understand.
It sets a little seed, and then I'll be like,
there's a little seed, and then
I'll have the whole situation go through my head like it really happened, then I'll see the person.
I know. Why do we do that?
I don't know.
What is that about? Is that do I need to go work out or something?
No, I think it's the creative part of us, like my brain.
The imagination, right?
Yeah, my brain will run wild.
I do that. I've done that. I would do that with my father. I do that. Because you think back about a fight that you had or something, and you go, what if it went even further? And then what if it went, and then what if they said this? And then I say this, and you're like, what am I doing right now?
I was on a business call yesterday, and, well, they decided to do this. I'm like, oh, no problem. I hang up the phone. Well, I bet this happened. And I bet he called him, and then him. And I called again with them today, and already I assumed that happened.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you make preconceived.
You're already ready. You got your guns locked and loaded.
Oh, you good? I'm like, fine. I'm good. I know what went down. Like, but it never happened.
It never happened.
It's weird.
Todd Phillips, the director of Hang Around, smart guy. Todd always says, when he makes a movie, like he always says, you got to keep everybody in the same movie, and everybody's going to always think the movie's about them. In one way or another, everybody wants to contribute, but everybody blows their own role up out of proportion, and everybody's got to be a team player. And sometimes you got to take a step back, and that's part of what a director has to do, is to keep everybody kind of like in their lane. And he said that
tough gig, by the way.
It's a very tough
like
gig.
Phil Jackson of the Chicago Bulls.
Correct. It's a very tough
gig. But every
gig.
movie.
Yes. And he's very good at it, but you got to be sometimes.
It takes a special individual.
Very much so. And he said, people in life do this. And I've heard writers say this, because usually everybody who is in your life, with the exception of the main people, but even then, they're not trying to undermine you necessarily, but you're certainly kind of a footnote. I embarrassed the shit out of myself at that party. I was such an idiot. That's all they must be talking about. No, they're not.
You're not that important.
They're not that important.
It's not that you're not that important.
People are busy.
They're busy with their lives. You're busy with your life. You think it's a bigger deal than it is.
Yes. You think it's a bigger deal than this, where people will go, dude, I'm so sorry. I made an idiot out of myself. I don't even remember it. I'm like, what? What do you mean? My God. Is that how you saw it? I didn't see it that way.
No, I had to meet with a mental coach after I lost not my first fight, after one of the fights that I lost, because I felt like every room I went, they're like, oh my God, there's Brendan Schaub. Remember he got knocked out by Nogueira. Remember that's the kid who got knocked out by Nogueira. Everywhere I went, I had that anxiety. Like as soon as I'd walk in, it was in Denver. So, I was kind of a famous fighter in Denver. So when I'd walk in a restaurant or coffee shop, people would look,
Sure.
But I thought they were looking at me going, oh, there he is. There's the guy that knocked out. And it kept going over in my mind. And I'd be sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, they're probably watching on their phones. Oh my God, I can't believe this happened. So I had to meet with someone. And they're like, they said the same things, like, it's not that, like, I realize it's a big fight for you in your career. The grand scheme of things,
we're not thinking
I promise you, they're not thinking
what they're thinking is that badass fights in the UFC.
Or they're not even, like, you think they're looking, and they're not. There's something else. Or they're just looking at your ears, your size, but they're not like, oh my, that's the guy that got knocked out. Like, there's no, but literally everywhere I'm like, oh my God, here we go.
We had a friend who was this really good looking dude. He was this big, really handsome guy. And you go out with him and girls would look at him. And he probably wasn't going to win any rocket science awards.
Yeah, he's a dumbass.
And you'd see him and he'd be like, bitch. Like, what? Fucking girl fucking staring at me because he thinks I'm stupid or something. We're like, no, she doesn't. She digs you. No, she doesn't. Why would they be staring at me? Because I put on a fucking shirt that they don't like. I'm like, no man, anything about you're 6'4" and good looking as shit. Yeah. I look at you.
Yeah,
it was hilarious.
I have that problem around comedians, especially they're well known comedians. When I'm in the green room, they walk in. I'm like, oh boy, they hate me.
I've seen you walk in.
And I'm like, right away. I'm like, oh, they fucking hate me. They're gonna make fun of me. Here we go. They probably think I'm like this cheap act. Here we go. And then they come up, they're like, hey man, how you, like Dane Cook or something.
Yeah,
and they're the nicest ever.
Yeah.
They're awesome to me.
Of course.
Right away, I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Get ready for first of all, no one's ever done anything.
The first time Rogan,
it's my own insecurity.
The first time Rogan was in the green room, I remember Rogan's in the green room with a bunch of other hitters, and you came in after doing a set, and you literally, your shoulders were hunched up, and you were looking down, and I go, hey, and you go, what's up?
Yeah.
And I go, What happened?
I'm trying not
Somebody
to make a
pissing your
scene.
cornflakes? Yeah.
I don't want to like.
I've never
burst
seen you
in.
like that. You were like, I'm sorry.
I don't wanna-
apologize for being in the room.
I don't want to burst in like, yeah.
Yep.
You guys been doing this for 20 years?
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
And
tone it
and we
down
didn't
a
even
notch.
we weren't even thinking that.
I don't know.
We're
Yeah,
like,
it's
huh?
my own insecurities.
Well, we all do that.
Yeah.
Like in acting school, of course, is the greatest because when you're in acting school, they call it walking in with apology. And when you go into an audition room, it's like, what do you like?
You get rid of
You
that.
come
right?
up there on stage and they go, Jeffrey Tambor would go, what are you apologizing for? What are you apologizing for? Huh? I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Well, what is your body doing?
Yeah.
I'm not casting you. Next.
Really?
Next.
Jesus
And
Christ.
you'd get off the stage, and then you'd have to come back out
Jesus
like an hour later and go,
Christ.
you want to try this again, or are you going to come in like you did
You
something
just tell
wrong
right away.
Yeah, I want to see a motherfucker. Can you be a motherfucker? You would say that.
I guess for big guys like that, maybe for girls they have insecurities, so they're probably like shy or something like that.
Well, me.
Or they don't have confidence.
You know what was shocking to me was that this is a weird. I've never told this story, but I was in his class, and it was a very intimidating place to be because it was hard to get into that school in a way to get into certain
People were
classes.
really talented,
Well,
yeah.
people were working.
Yeah.
And Jeffrey Tambor was this Emmy Award-winning actor who I was a huge fan of.
He's still killing it.
Oh my God, he's destroying. He never stops working. And he said to me, he goes, I did a scene, and he goes, you know what we have here? And I go, what? He goes, we got an esteem problem. You have low self-esteem, and you walk around like you're a second-class citizen. And I was probably 30, I don't know, 32, 31.
Kind of grown man.
I was a fully grown man, and I realized also that I couldn't audition for men in their 40s and 50s, especially in suits. I couldn't audition for men in their suits.
Not your thing.
Well, because they reminded me of my father, and so I would freeze up,
Kind of shut down.
and I
You
also
shut
felt
down.
like I always felt like a kid,
Yeah.
and I felt like I was.
That makes sense.
I also felt like I was not a serious adult because I was an emotional artist.
Yeah.
So it was.
And those are businessmen, serious.
Yeah, men who
your
do
dad.
work.
Yeah.
Who go to work or drink black
Yeah.
coffee.
They don't play like
They're
clowns.
men. They
Yeah.
do the things my father did. Was
Yeah.
they're not emotional. They get the job done.
Yeah.
And I was an emotional artist, so I
Yep.
felt feminine. I felt
Yeah.
weak, and I had to overcome that. That was I didn't get over that
Have you
until
still-
I was 40. You know?
Have you overcome it yet, you think?
I think I've overcome it now.
You still kind of deal with it, right?
I-
I don't
you
think you ever get
always
rid
deal
of
with
it.
it. You
Yeah, I think it's
always
something you
deal
always
with
have
it.
to work
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
But the reason I think I'm over it now to an extent is I've embraced my own, like the power that is being a comedian and an artist.
Yeah.
Because they go, I know some pretty successful people who are in suits who are in awe of what I do
Yeah, oh,
when
for
they see
sure.
stand-up, right?
Yeah.
The way I'd be in awe of a brain surgeon or
Yeah.
something. But you get
Or just
older
a guy with
and these
muscles.
people become your colleagues.
Yeah.
And then the science of accomplishment starts to break down where you go,
I don't think you ever
you're
get
really
rid of
good
that,
at being
though.
a surgeon,
you
but I
ever
think
get
I know
rid
how
of
you
that,
did it.
though. I don't think you ever get rid
You
of
probably
that.
shouldn't get rid of all of it.
No.
'Cause
Like
some of it's
I'll tell you
your
what's
friend.
interesting. I was watching that Defiant Ones. Have you seen that documentary? It's a 4-part series on HBO.
know what you're talking about.
It's Jimmy Iovine,
Iovine,
and
yeah.
Dr. Dre.
Oh,
And when you see what
it's called the Defiant Ones.
yeah, if you see what that Jimmy guy has done in music, where he's worked with Bruce Springsteen, and literally everybody, and how brilliant he is, everybody. But they asked Bruce Springsteen what makes Jimmy Iovine so special, and he said so he got to start working on Bruce Springsteen's record, Born to Run.
Born to Run, yeah.
I think it was that one of them. But
Yeah.
the sound engineer didn't show up, and Jimmy was just a assistant, like getting coffee. And they go, "Fuck, the guy's not here. We see you hang around all the time. You know what you're doing?" And he was like, "Yep, sure do." Never looked back, and he has this ridiculous career working with literally everybody.
Yeah.
But there's
Iovine.
Jimmy
Iovine.
Iovine.
He's famous. I've heard his name.
Yeah,
many
yeah. He
times.
was on American Idol as a judge, all that. But they asked Bruce Springsteen what makes him special. And I found this so interesting because a lot of people I know with success have the same problem. Is he goes, he was a guy who, to get to that level of success, whether a musician, athlete, whatever, there's this drive and this selfishness that never ever leaves. But as you get older, you got to change. He's a guy who what got him, those kind of talents that got him to the top, where you got to be like this pit bull and just it's all about you.
Yeah.
He's been able to shed that and make it you know, because now he's at the top. He's been able to shed those kind of things and be more giving and appreciative, and he's not so like, you know, tense.
Yeah.
Which Bruce Springsteen goes, most people never shed.
That's
and
amazing.
he goes, he's one of the guys.
So he became more generous.
More generous, but also like the idea of me, take, want, like just that, the drive.
Yeah.
He's been able to chill that out.
Right.
Obviously, he has $2 billion. I'd probably chill out too, but he's been able to kind of, because a lot of people never lose. Like, you know, people that just run on.
Well, we were talking
just
about this.
nonstop.
We were talking about this yesterday. We know a lot of successful people, and some of them are successful and driven by a deep insecurity, a hole they can never fill.
Yeah.
Others are driven by inspiration. And I think that you want to get to a point, you can change it. You know, you want to get to a point of being
tough.
inspired.
I don't know if anyone can, but yeah.
Well, I think people can if they see, a lot of it's perspective. Like as I get older, I think a lot of times, I do think you have strong personality traits that are almost impossible to shed.
For sure.
But sometimes like perspective can help you take a different tact. If it makes sense to you rationally and even emotionally, that kind of what's going to inform your art, what's going to keep it going is to do what Iovine did. Then sometimes you can change because you can refocus your energy on other people, on a different mission, on sort of how this is actually making you better. But you have to do that. It's really, really difficult.
It's funny though, because, you know, he came from rock and roll and he didn't really know hip hop at all. So he starts working with Dre. And, you know, there's the Suge Knight stuff, all that. And he's like, I was like what he was like, Jesus Christ. And Suge Knight would come to his house and stuff like that. But, you know, he didn't know what type of animals he was dealing with, really. Like, he saw them as business partners, but, you know, they're still gangsters.
Well, Suge Knight, yeah.
All the guys, you know, he's working with Snoop, and they just released Doggy Style, and then Snoop, you know, goes on trial for murder, you know, like, so he's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
And then they're saying when he made the deal with Apple, he's always wanted to work with Apple. So they sell Beats by Dre to Apple for $4 or $5 billion. So he gets, you know, like $3 billion, $2 billion.
Jeez.
And Dre gets $2 billion.
So they created Beats together.
Yeah. So check this out. So he tells Dre, listen, don't say anything till it's inked. We could lose the deal if you say anything. Dr. Dre gets drunk with Tyrese in Malibu.
Oh, boy.
And Tyrese makes a video going, yeah, bitch, Compton's first billionaire. And they're like sea walking and they're taking shots of vodka. And then Jimmy goes, P. Diddy called me. He was like, you sold Apple? He's like, I can't talk about it, man. I wish I could. Because they're really close. He's like, I wish I could talk about it. You know, I just can't talk to you right now. Hangs up the phone. And he goes, well, and P. Diddy called him back and goes, bitch, I just saw Tyrese and Dre talk about it on Facebook. And Jimmy goes, I'll call you back. Hangs up, goes to it, and is like, oh my God. And he thought they lost the deal, the $6 billion deal. So he was like, I was sick to my stomach. And Dr. Dre's like, it's the most embarrassing moment of my life. Like,
really?
Yeah, he goes, we
just got drunk.
He goes, I got drunk,
all the pressure.
It's $1 billion. Like, yeah. And I was with my friends, and I told them, and then he was like, it's one of the most embarrassing times of my life.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine?
Oh my God. No, that kind of stuff, you know, one mistake.
God.
One mistake.
And then Jimmy goes, we were this close to losing the deal.
God damn.
And then Apple still, you know, carried off with it. But isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's
you got to watch that. Jimmy, his story's crazy.
I can't wait to watch it.
Boy, he had a set of eyebrows when he was young.
Yeah.
My
Jimmy Iovine.
word.
Did he?
My God, it's distracting.
You want to see the greatest eyebrows of all time?
It's gonna be tough to beat him. Who?
Yeah, put on Brezhnev, please.
Please look at. No, go to Jimmy's right here. Jimmy.
Now those are some brows. Hold on. Those are some heavy. That's a unibrow. So that's Patti Smith. That's Bruce Springsteen. That's Jimmy Iovine.
Patti Smith's first hit. Bruce Springsteen.
That's right. He wrote called "Because of the Night."
Yeah, but you know how that happened? Bruce was like, I'm probably not gonna put on the album. Yep. Jimmy takes it, gives it to her, goes, please sing this, and she goes, whatever. Doesn't look it up. Weeks go by, and then she sees the tape laying around. Her husband at the time, her man, was late. She's like, fuck, I'll listen to it. Wrote the lyrics. He came home at midnight. Next day shows up, and I guess Jimmy was obsessed, like calling her nonstop. So then Jimmy goes, did you listen to it? He goes, yeah, I wrote some lyrics. She goes, let me hear it. That's
because the night belongs to us.
His work ethic was crazy. Like, so 9 Inch Nails. Everyone remembers how big 9 Inch Nails is. So 9 Inch Nails was they had a horrible contract I should say they had issues with the people they were signed with this label. Mm-hmm. So Jimmy would call the label owner because he thought 9 Inch Nails was like the big thing. He was like, I'm telling you, if their man's right, he's gonna be the biggest thing in the world.
What an ear he
So
had.
Jimmy called the guy who owns the 9 Inch Nails rights every single morning for a year straight.
Call him every morning.
Every morning.
Saying,
come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Let's do this. Finally, the guy was like, fuck it. Here you go. The 9 Inch Nails. The artist, the head singer of 9 Inch Nails goes, they had a meeting. Jimmy meets with him, and he thought
Trent Reznor?
He thought he was brilliant.
Yes,
He's
he
a
is.
savant.
Yes.
So he meets with him and goes, what do you want, man? He goes, I just want to be left alone. I'll give you the albums, but please leave me alone. Jimmy goes, done. And he goes, really? He goes, yeah, done. What else you want? He goes, and I want to be able to sign my own talent. Jimmy goes, done. What else? And he's like, the fuck's going on here? What's the catch? He's like, no catch, man. You're brilliant. I'm going to let you do your thing. So he signs Marilyn Manson. God. And that, like it goes, there's this crazy.
So Trent Reznor signed Marilyn Manson?
Yeah, found Marilyn Manson.
Damn.
Yeah.
People like this blow my mind. He obviously has a wiring in his brain where he can hear what's special.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, Jimmy saw him sing, was like, oh my God, that guy's going to revolutionize music.
Of course.
Like, he's brilliant. And so just that 9 Inch Nails lead singer goes, this album's just for free. Like, this is just because I want to get it out. I don't care about money here. Just get it out.
Just gave it to him.
Yeah. And Jimmy was like, really? He's like, yeah, just put it out. And it like blew up.
God damn.
He's so brilliant.
Can you just put, that's amazing. I can't wait to watch this. Just Brezhnev, because I got him beat by far.
Brezhnev?
Yeah, he's
that one?
the Russian.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, this one's good.
Nike.
There you go.
Oh my God.
How about those, huh?
Well,
That's
sir,
the-
you have a mustache on your forehead.
That's right. He was the Russian.
True.
He was the Russian premier. And there you go. How's that look?
Well, those are Ernie and Bert.
Good-looking guy.
Eyebrows.
Good-looking
Those are
guy.
The worst eyebrows. You're not. You got me there, Kyle.
I know.
Those are the heaviest eyebrows. Looks like two giant caterpillars on his face.
That was when the Soviet Union was very communist. And
holy
basically,
shnikes.
yeah.
You would think? Well, I guess in Russia, the women aren't going to tell those guys shit. But in general, like how
It
does
was tough
how
to
does
be.
Bruce not go, Jimmy?
I know.
Your eyebrows, bro. Let's do something about it.
I told you the story when I went to Russia in 1989, and I'm not kidding when I say this. There were no, look at his body there. Pull him up there. There were no. It's a good looking guy.
What a set of tits.
There were literally no old men
Yeah,
because they had all died in the war.
I know. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, Russia went through some shit, man.
Crazy. I know. Also, I was going to tell you about back to that Jimmy and
Yeah.
Bruce. Jimmy said Bruce was the guy who showed him work ethic, because Bruce was like, "There's no hours here. Like, there's a project. You
Yeah.
know." So it took him 7 months to write this album. He was like, if you're planning to work 9 to 5, then you get the fuck out.
Right.
He's like, and I guess Bruce just a drum, like he
Incredible,
would
yeah.
sit there and go, nope, and they'd be there for hours.
There's a documentary on this called The Promise.
And
about
then
him.
with Jimmy was like, I would get there at 9, I said be done by 5, and then Bruce was like, the job ain't done, my man. If you think like this is just a regular hours job, then you're in the wrong world.
What I think it was Nils Lane, whatever his name, his pianist said in this documentary, The Promise, when they were making the album after Born to Run, they were making Darkness on the Edge of Town. I think that was the album. And he goes, I had a filling, and I would chew a piece of tinfoil because it hurt so badly to keep myself awake, because I couldn't fall asleep with Bruce, because he would just be like, you'd see him, he'd go, I don't like it, gotta do it again. I don't. And he would.
Jimmy said nothing. They said they ran through coffee, energy drink, nothing. Like after a while, he goes, I'd fall asleep at the controls, and Bruce was like, let's do it, man, and wake up and just get back to work.
It's incredible. Springsteen's energy was
Just a
beyond.
monster.
Well, he would play for 4
Good-looking
hours.
dude, too.
Yeah, he'd play for 4 hours, and then he would go back to his hotel room, and he would take a thesaurus, and he would write. Springsteen would just start writing. He said they'd never seen anything like it.
The boss.
I mean, I got a chance to talk to him for an hour and a half because he's my hero, Springsteen.
Yeah.
And I said, did you ever want to write a book or something? He goes, no. Why? I said, what do you mean? He goes, I didn't want to dilute my message and what I was capable of. All my energy went into writing songs.
Yeah, why
know?
would you write a book while you're writing music?
Right.
Well, he just came out with the book.
He
Yeah,
did finally, but it was like, he's fucking amazing, man. And also,
Hey, can you tell people about your hour and a half conversation while I take a piss with Bruce?
I want you to pee, and I'm gonna keep this train going. All right, buddy. You go have fun with those boots. All right. Those offensive boots.
Another thing? You didn't talk to Bryan.
Yes, I did talk to him right now.
Guaranteed.
Yes, I did. It was an hour. Jeremy Piven can attest to that. Jeremy was there. Yeah. I don't like your face right now.
Give another grown man an hour and a half.
I'll call Jeremy right now. I'll call him right now. I'm calling him right
He left
now.
the door open.
Hey, Jeremy, can you tell the people that I was there for an hour and a half? Yeah, he was there for an hour and a half.
I believe you, Bryan.
Thanks, buddy. I really did talk. I was the last guy out of his dressing room. It was a little inappropriate. And then I saw him again 6 months later, and I panicked and made an idiot out of myself. I couldn't unfold my arms. I was pointing my elbows at him. I was like, hi. And then I ran out of the bookstore.
You get starstruck with actual
People like
celebrities?
Springsteen, I do. Nobody else.
Okay, so
I mean, I've had talked to Tom Cruise. I did a reading with him. It's fun to talk to them, but that's not a mystery to me. What Springsteen does or did is a mystery. Just that kind of effort, like anybody who decided that they were going to be great and became great. There's some people who get an inkling that they have the ability to do something original and something very special, and then they do it. So they'll write a book or they'll do an album. But then there are some people, and I would put Bono, U2 in this. I'd put the Beatles. I'd put Springsteen, who keep doing it over and over again for a long time. Ultimately, everybody plateaus. I think ultimately when you have $1 billion, children, responsibilities, it becomes very difficult. But Springsteen was a guy who, and I would I would confidently say that he probably could have made $50 million on just commercials alone, maybe more. And he said no to every single endorsement. He said one of his favorite pastimes is to go through in his mind the things he could buy or how much money he'd have if he actually did a commercial or let his music be used in a commercial. But he says no every time.
I like that. There's
a purity to that guy. Mm-hmm. There's a purity, and there's a decision to be uncompromising. Great artists are difficult, and great artists are uncompromising. They just refuse to compromise. That's the responsibility of being original, and that's the responsibility of being genius, whoever it might be. I'm listening to this course on Einstein right now. It's fascinating. He redefined reality, redefined the idea of what space and time are, what light is. You missed a lot of important stuff, big man.
God.
A lot of important stuff.
Talking about that fucking Einstein bullshit you're rapping.
Hey, man, don't say it bullshit, all right?
Are you regurgitating the Einstein stuff?
You weren't even here, bro.
Was that what it was, Chin?
No, it's brand new. I never heard it.
Time and light and distance and shit.
Yeah, he redefined reality, bro.
I know, man.
I start talking about Einstein. This guy literally is like, I'm bored. I was like, oh, God.
Dude, I'm just trying to hang out, man. We're at lunch.
No, I'm sorry that I rattled your brain. I'm sorry it wasn't about Gucci
You didn't
shoes.
rattle my brain. You're
You wear fucking shoes.
You're regurgitating a podcast on Einstein.
You wear shoes with buckles on them. Stop talking to me. You've lost all credibility, you fucking pilgrim. Fucking pilgrim.
I haven't seen Bryan forever. You got to save this shit for your friends who care.
You know who
We're at lunch and he's like, bro, you know Einstein? I started laughing. I went, what are you doing right now?
No, you go like this. You go, yeah. And I go, am I boring you? No, you're not.
It's good, but I watched the whole documentary on Einstein where it went over in detail. So to have you skim through it is painful.
Well, come on. It was interesting.
You know what I'm saying? No, but I also went to school. Like, we covered Einstein.
Yeah, but it's
so for you to go over it, I hear you, brother. You know what I'm saying?
I was just telling you a story about how he had an experience which redefined our reality. But I can't talk to you right now anyway because you have.
Bro,
you have buckles on your
podcast.
shoe.
There's a new podcast. You should do an all Einstein podcast, and just like you tell me at lunch, it'd be a raging.
Hey guys, this is all things Einstein. Hey guys, what's the deal with the theory of relativity? Now, as you know, he had to refocus his energy on light being particles and not
waves. You know how when you just want to hang out with your boys, and then you were just wouldn't shut up about Einstein, like. Dude, I haven't seen you in a few days, and you are just... I know, I love Einstein as much as the next guy. Let's just hang, man. You know? I've been working all day.
Started to hurt his brain.
Been working all day. Just want to chill, man.
Just want to hang and talk.
Yeah. Like, just be a dude.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess sometimes it can get a little heavy.
A little heavy. A little boring, though.
When somebody's like, by the way, so Pythagorean's theorem, right? Boy.
We ran into Kenny Florian, though.
Oh, yeah.
Kenny just moved to Venice.
Opened a jiu-jitsu school.
A jiu-jitsu school in Santa Monica.
No, in Culver City.
Santa Monica.
I think he said Culver City.
Hey, B.
I can look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
Hey, I'm going to read off the address right now because I tweeted it and talked to him last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Here.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's in Barrington. Correct. You're right.
Santa Monica.
West LA, but yeah.
No, it's Santa. Hey, quit fucking them, man. It's Santa Monica. Here it is. It's
There's the Florian Martial Arts Center in Brooklyn, Mass.
Hold on, brother. It's 11677 Santa Monica Boulevard, and it is Meraki Jiu-Jitsu. It's Kenny Florian and his partner Jason Hunt. They just had their like soft opening, and then they're doing their grand opening.
Go check it out, and don't be surprised if you see me rolling on that mat,
kicking some tails.
Yeah, rolling around, just putting it on a couple bitches.
How about Kenny's moved on by us?
There it is.
Is that close to your house, B?
Meraki Jiu-Jitsu. Close enough. Close enough for me to start taking my training a lot more seriously.
You could be Kenny's protege.
Well, the first thing I'm going to go out do is buy 6 skis.
Might as well.
Right? Buy a bunch of gis, have them in my car at all times.
Well, there's a question for you. Are you fulfilling your potential, B?
Well, I need to. BJJ, I'm going to walk in there and go, you guys teach striking too?
No, ask them if they need a striking coach.
You guys need a striking coach? I do some boxing. And my feet, I'll kill you with my feet.
Tell you what, though, Kenny knows his jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he does, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
You know what? Because I've always said there's just not enough jiu-jitsu gyms in Los Angeles.
There it is. If you're going to go to one, though, go to Florian's.
There's some good jiu-jitsu in L.A.
Yeah, there is. This is kind of the mecca, right?
There's some great jiu-jitsu in L.A. I mean, you got the Gracie Academy, you got Crohn's.
It's everywhere.
Kenny has his hands full.
He's got his hands full.
Yeah, super full.
He made 145 before, right? Kenny, back in the
Almost
day.
killed himself. Yes, fought Jose Aldo at 145.
How big would you guys seen him in person? How big is he like normally?
He walks around. I've asked him a couple times. He probably weighs 180.
So remember, he fought at. He's not 180 right now because he's just competing in jiu-jitsu. So he's definitely in the best shape I've seen him in.
Yeah, he looked good.
But remember, Kenny fought at 85.
Yeah,
fought at 70, 55, and 45.
Did he fight
UFC?
Was it BJ Penn or was it Kenny who fought Lyoto Machida?
BJ Penn fought Lyoto Machida. Kenny never fought him. Yeah, Kenny fought BJ.
He fought BJ. He fought Sean Shirk.
He's fought
Jose
Aldo. Yeah,
Jose Aldo. Yeah.
He's fought a lot of dudes.
Yep. I think he played D1 soccer, right? Pretty sure.
You don't realize how old Kenny is.
How old is he?
42?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Really? Well, I guess because he's had a long career.
Been around a long time, yeah.
41.
Funny dude.
Ultimate Fighter 1, man.
God damn.
Doing the UFC Tonight stuff.
Crazy.
You know, with Stan retiring, I wonder if it's gonna. How about I go, Kenny? How about Stan retiring? He goes, yeah. The company he works for is gonna buy towns. He's just gonna buy towns. It's a great opportunity. Yeah, I mean,
look at good wins over Clay Guida.
Gomi.
Damn.
The Roger Huerta one was so big because at the time Roger Huerta was such a big name. He's on the front cover of Sports Illustrated.
Damn.
And
Joe
then
Lozon.
Kenny beat him.
No slouchers there.
That Joe Lozon one was good because it was that in Boston? Oh, that's in Broomfield, but it was the two Boston kids fighting.
I didn't realize Sam Stout's had been fighting for that long.
Oh, Sam Stout's one of the originals, man.
Yeah.
He fought Dean Thomas too.
Oh yeah, Diego Sanchez, everyone, man.
Amazing.
No, Kenny. People forget Kenny was a real badass. You know, Kenny was on Oprah.
No.
Go bring up Kenny on Oprah because they had Dana White, Kenny, forget who else, but it was basically. I'm pretty sure it was Oprah and them because they're talking about like mixed martial arts and how it's not like.
I'm sure maybe a different.
I'm sure Oprah has her shit on lock.
If Connor's a bad boxer, why is your face all scratched up?
Where's that?
We don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
That's just YouTube bullshit.
You know what I think it was? I think it was Dr. Phil.
You might be right.
Let's double check.
Didn't Dr. Phil get a start with Oprah?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, there you go. That's the thing right there.
And Dana White, there it is.
Forrest
Dana,
Griffin.
Forrest, and Kenny talk to street fighting teens. Rampage Jack's on Dr. Phil.
Huh.
Is Dr. Phil still killing it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he's still on the air.
Dude,
Did he play at USC?
Dr. Phil?
Yeah.
No.
Where did he play? He played D1 ball.
In New Orleans, I think, somewhere. Yeah, he's a big dude. He's a big dude.
Yep.
I like him. I mean, I don't like his show really, but I like him. I'll tell you who's killing. She has to have the biggest show in fucking America is Ellen. When you look at her guests, like, oh my God. It was like Will Smith, freaking
For me,
everybody.
my favorite female comedian of all time.
Ellen, she's a
100%.
monster.
What got her to the dance, the comedy that got her to the dance, to
She's
me.
brilliant.
And my buddy Gil Younger directed her for years and he's directed
Everybody.
literally 200, 300 episodes of TV with everybody you can think of. He said the most talented and most improvisational actor he's ever worked with.
She's
by
brilliant,
far.
right?
She would come up with shit. He'd give her she'd come up with a topic. He said, give me a topic. And he'd give her one. And she would just go and it'd be every single time. She did it for 5 years. She hit it every time. What got her to the dance, her stand-up, her old stand-up, to me, I just thought was incredible.
Because then she had her show Ellen, right? But she wasn't gay on the sitcom Ellen, right?
No,
At the time.
man. When she came out,
She
it
had
was
a
a big
boyfriend
deal.
on her. Yeah, and then she came out.
Yeah.
And then
I remember I
Then
knew
she
she
gets-
was gay from stand-up. Like people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Everyone knew.
Well, some people, yeah. But of course, it was like Kevin Spacey and these guys who everybody knew was. You didn't know that?
Kevin Spacey's gay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know. Is that public? Kevin Spacey's gay? Everyone kind of knows?
People in
he's
the
not
business
out, He's
know.
not out, though.
He keeps
public
it to
is gonna
himself.
be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it keeps him to himself. But by the way, these were things that we kind of knew, and everybody kind of, especially with Alan.
But you guys are in a small circle. America has no idea.
I guess you're right, man.
America
I
has
guess
no
you're
idea.
right.
So it's a huge deal.
He came out, and Kevin Spacey's coming out. Yeah.
The problem with Kevin Spacey's coming out to winning Tony Awards. He was probably wearing. He's probably wearing these boots. When
He's always had his career has always depended on him being not gay. I think there was always that idea that what if I don't work
The
because
57-year-old thespian has been followed by gay rumors for much of his A-list run. He's never outright confirmed or denied them, but Drake knows him.
I feel like it's his right
never
to
heard
say.
that.
I feel it's his right to be silent about it. He's private. He's a private person. Who gives a fuck? He's a great actor, and if he wants to keep that out of the conversation, I totally respect that. Honestly,
Yeah, I mean, is anyone going to shun him in Hollywood for being gay? No way. Not this.
no,
day and age.
but it's not that.
It's just his private life.
It's not that. What happens is quietly, and nobody wants to really admit this, is that they test you. They test your likability
Appeal.
and your appeal to audiences.
Well, he's probably going to get certain roles now.
It changes.
Like, you're not
So-
playing that.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
and it just happens, and you can't prove anything.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Subconsciously, people are like, oh,
Just
he's
people
gay.
like, yeah, but everybody knows he's gay, and so if he has to play this love interest and this really kind of sexy man,
Yeah.
or this powerful man, that they're all going to be looking at a gay man. This is what happens.
Yep, you're right, B.
And I don't blame anybody for it. They're business people. Kevin Spacey's trying to. He just wants to play a character, and he wants to play
Well, I
everybody.
don't think he wants his sexuality, the focal
Who the fuck?
point.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's like, okay, now I got to fight through that. It's hard enough being a great actor.
He's brilliant.
Yes, he's brilliant.
He's so damn
House of
good.
Cards. I mean,
He's so good.
he's been killing it. I was watching Kevin Spacey when he was 30 years old on stage on Broadway in Athol Fugard plays. I mean, I was watching him in New York City
Can
back
you
in
name
the
an
day.
actor who came out where it's affected his career, though? I'm trying to think. I mean, Doogie Howser.
It's very subtle, right? It's subtle.
Some of them.
I can't really. Some of them.
Some are like, yo, here's the deal.
Yeah, it's changed a lot in this world, but it's still your overseas appeal. Remember, these actors make a lot of money with their appeal overseas. Studios make a fortune overseas.
It's true overseas. It's not really acceptable.
So I don't know how a gay man's accepted in China. I don't know how a gay man's accepted in Europe. I don't know. Certain European countries, yes.
I
but-
remember when Ricky Martin came out. You remember that? Even I was like, what? Ricky Martin?
Yeah,
the
man.
timepiece?
Yes.
I remember my mom goes, that's a shame.
And I'll tell you what it does to you. Sponsors. So Greg Louganis, who everybody knew was gay, and
diver.
he came out, he had AIDS.
The original
He made-
dick diver.
Yep, the original dick diver.
Oh my God, he's the captain of the dick divers.
Yep. and correct, and the greatest diver of all time.
Well, we should make an NBA logo for dick divers, but it's him diving.
Yep. And he always, as a kid, you hear him talking, and he's really got it.
It's not that bad, though.
Not anymore. But if you see him when he was younger, he was really feminine, and this is how he talked. And he got beat up. He got teased. He was crucified as a kid. I think he grew up in somewhere in Central California or maybe Southern California, around a lot of like tough Latino kids, and and in a lot of look, you try being gay in Poland, try being gay in Russia right now, see what happens.
Yeah.
Try being gay in Eastern European countries. Good luck with that. So it's very alive and well.
Try being gay in the South, in America.
It's not easy.
A tough run.
It ain't easy, There are certain parts where it's actually still dangerous to be gay.
Yeah,
you get the shit kicked out of you
everywhere.
or killed.
Name a place where it's safe, really. In certain parts of the country, certain parts of the city, like you're gonna be in some trouble, man.
Yeah. So if a guy like that wants to be quiet about it, fuck.
Greg Louganis hit his head, started bleeding. The whole people were like,
yeah. And back then we didn't know.
No one knew.
Nobody really knew.
So when he hit his head and got cut open in the pool, everyone was like, it's probably good for today.
Yeah. And he knew
they drained the pool.
He didn't think he was going to live.
The next guy was like, I ain't jumping in there.
No. When he won those medals, he didn't think he was going to live.
There was a new documentary on him.
Yeah, I saw it.
He's living in Malibu, and they're trying to take his home. Like, he's not doing well.
He got swindled and all
He's just not doing well. Yeah, it's a bummer.
And he's a good person. Like,
really good dude. You feel bad for him, right?
Yeah,
really good dude.
But he has money problems, and it's just a bummer. And he was the greatest diver. Still is the greatest diver of all time. There's nobody who.
Can you name another one?
Sure can.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
The greatest diver of all time. Oh yeah, who's second?
Yeah.
Greg Louganis is amazing.
What he was able to do in the documentary, you hear what he was able to do.
No, for sure. Can you name a competitive diver?
The reason you can't name a competitive diver is he was in a class by himself, though.
Or he had AIDS,
but his skill level was
for sure.
undeniable.
But the reason why most people know him is because of the controversy. 100%.
Well, yes, but actually, I disagree, because when I was alive, I remember very well when he was.
I'm saying why he's relevant now.
Yeah.
It's not because of his diving skills.
Yes, correct.
The reason they made the documentary isn't because he was an amazing diver.
But when he dove, he was a superstar, because he was really good looking, and he was so good. And he won, how many medals did he win? Something crazy, like
5,000. I don't know.
He won 5,000 medals.
For sure, look it up, Chet. No,
wait. There's a diving team that's really bad at diving. That looks funny.
Have you seen it? The Filipino diving team? No. I thought it was a joke.
See, he's a good-looking dude.
I want to see
He's still a
beautiful-looking guy. Beautiful. Great body. The whole thing, man. And had a boyfriend who was some weird dude.
He did?
Sociopath. Yeah, stole his money and stuff.
Yeah, that was the bummer.
Jeez.
Look at that.
Well, the only ones
look at all the
ones they count are the Olympics.
Oh, World Championships are pretty amazing too.
So 4.
4, yeah. So if you count Michael Phelps World Championships, you really only count, like, the World Championships are good, but the big knockers there are the gold medals. So he won 4 gold medals.
Damn, he won
1 silver.
He won 5 world gold medals. He won 4 gold medals, and a silver. Jesus. Pan American Games, go. Anyway, the Filipino diving team.
I'll show you a little bit of it, but it is hilarious.
Oh, this is just them how bad they are?
Yeah, I don't think they're supposed to even compete.
Oh, is that real?
It's real.
No way. All right, that sucks. Yeah, we got to return.
God. Hey, look at me views there. I know. This poor kid, he's dead serious.
Faces too.
It's tough, man. Shit. That's very funny to me. It's tough.
They're all bad. That sucks.
Yeah,
damn, they gave him a 0.
Yeah.
No. Hey, dude.
Why are they? Hey, difficulty 3. Why are they doing this?
He doesn't look. I don't know.
He doesn't look like he's ready to go.
He doesn't look like he does sports.
He doesn't look like he's in the zone.
No,
I'll tell you that.
No, he's. I don't know, man.
Why are they so bad?
I think it's such a new sport, and they. Oh, shit.
How do they even get accepted?
This might be like amateur shit, though. I think.
No, this is the Olympics.
It can't be.
I gotta
right?
be honest. I don't know if it's 100% real, but From what I'm reading,
They're
real.
dead serious in there.
That's funny as
Why are they
shit to
laughing
me.
though? Wait, no, this is the Sea Games.
Yeah, it's some shitty game.
Either way, whatever. It's
27 million views though.
Yep, that's
all
that.
good, man.
But in the Sea Games, are they purposely trying to be shitty?
No. I think they just never.
They just suck.
They just probably wanted to enter.
Yeah.
But they're doing all those flips and
Have
stuff,
you
so
ever
they have to
seen?
be practice.
Did you ever see the? I think
There's a belly flop Olympics.
Did you see the guy? He was from an African country, and it was the first time that an African country had entered a swimmer in it. And I think he was from. It's not good. Can you put African swimmer in the Olympics? He just didn't do well
On YouTube.
What
Yeah.
what did he compete in? Diving or just
No,
swimming?
it was the free. It was
Last place. It has to be that guy, right?
yeah. It's a disaster. Yeah, Sydney. Yeah, I remember this.
But there are a lot of moments that people remember around taking part. The Olympic motto is around taking part.
But
Line 5 representing Equatorial Guinea, Eric.
you know,
With a name like Eric, if he'd been an athlete, he could have been an elephant. As it was, 2 false starts in the men's heats in the 100-meter sprint style in Sydney.
Oh, he just didn't go.
Most famous eel in the pool.
Oh, poor guy.
it was
man.
very tough. Well,
That's a
he came from a
bummer.
very poor country.
That's a bummer,
and so he
man.
was. The people were like,
I don't wanna make fun
it's
of him.
awesome because
100 meters freestyle, and here we have
he just didn't have the coaching, man. He was,
Yeah.
it was.
Equatorial
It was a new
Looks like
sport for
me
him. I think he was from the Congo or
Looks
something.
like me swimming.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's every bit. I mean, he's.
That looks like some regular dude. He
I'm-
doesn't have his head in the water.
I'm as good as he is. Let's just put it that
Me
way.
and him would duel it out.
Yeah, well, I think I
Like,
would
we'd
beat
be
him.
going at it right now.
There he is.
Like he's like this.
It took, him
That's
an,
how
hour,
I
it took him an
swim.
hour to finish. Yeah. He drowned. He actually drowned. And he died.
It looks like he's really
Yeah.
struggling.
He didn't. There it is. He's exhausted. I mean,
Tiny moment of the game.
it's like,
He's so tired.
hey, man, get the fuck out of the pool. Boo!
Why is he
Get
so,
out!
is he so tired?
Get him out! We need the fucking pool.
At least
But
he
look at how
finished.
awesome people are. Look at how awesome people are.
He's exhausted.
He's exhausted. That's me. That would be me right there.
That would be me.
That would be
I would
me.
need some time in that pool.
God bless him.
We got a sauna around here.
Yeah, God bless
I need
him.
some goddamn
He's
electrolytes.
been swimming for 15 minutes, you know? I mean, in his life. He had 15 minutes of lessons and they threw him in the pool.
Wow, that guy. Can you imagine if you're at a bar and they're like, he swam in the Olympics?
Yeah, the
What?
Olympics, yeah.
Damn, he must be really good. Look him up.
What's his time? 15 minutes to swim 2 laps.
What's his time? About 13 minutes. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did you
He
say
had,
13
he
minutes?
had a heart attack.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
out. Hey, get the fuck out of the pool. Try doing that in Philly
Hey,
and see what they say to you.
Michael Phelps swam in that same lane,
Oh,
for
my
God's
God.
sakes.
Oh, it's so funny. Goes to show you how good those guys are and how hard it is.
Well-
Can I ask you, honestly, like swimming,
I love swimming.
do you think it gets too much attention in the Olympics?
No, I love it.
Do you feel that it
gets attention
do you
because-
find yourself going, I don't give two fucks?
No,
Okay.
yeah, I think the reason he got,
'Cause I
he got-
do, but I
see,
wanna know why
love
you
it.
don't.
The reason he got so much attention because Michael Phelps is
That's
the
why I
most
watched it.
dominant American
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah.
So when there's an absolute winner like that and he's American, that's why he gets so much attention. Same
It's
with,
always
like,
gotten attention, though. Swimming has always
Not
gotten
like
attention.
Michael
man.
Phelps, though.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think swimming's been the.
we've always had beast at it though. If you
Right.
think about it,
Americans have always won.
well, we had Michael Phelps. Before that, you had Amy Van Dyken. Like we've always had
Yeah.
beast.
Yeah.
Before that, you had Missy. or-
Summer Sanders.
Yeah, like we've always had some good
I
people.
can't imagine spending that much time in a pool. Like that's got
But
to
think
be
about
5,
Michael
6
Phelps.
hours.
I mean, the most dominant of all, like just a complete stud.
Yeah.
You got Ryan Lochte, like you had some monsters.
Yeah.
That's why you get so much attention.
Also, they're good.
It's like
looking.
with
Also,
Usain Bolt.
the
Like
gals like him.
Usain Bolt. Like I
watch
like
'cause of him, too.
Yeah, because he's so dominant. You're going to tune in to watch him
Yeah.
race. But like our other sports, we don't tune into because if we're not dominating, we don't watch.
I feel like
it.
you're built like some of those sprinters.
those
The swimmers.
The swimmers, they're
Giant
they're
guys.
Thin. They're thin.
No,
though.
no, the sprinters are giant guys.
They're thin though. Like I'm way too thick to be a swimmer.
I don't know, man. Some of them are huge. Some of them are like bring up some sprint Olympics.
No, just
swim
do
sprinters. They're
average
huge.
weight of Olympic swimmers.
Sprinters though. So distance guys are thinner. The
So you,
sprinters
so,
are
so you know
thick,
there's guys who do both, right?
right.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So they're different events. So there's
Right.
sprinters, then there's the relay,
Right.
But they're the same guy.
Okay. Because some of them,
Average weight, no Olympic
Swimmer.
swimmer.
100-meter swimmer. That's a good one. 100-meter swimmer.
They're the same, B. So there's 100 meters, there's a 200, there's 400. There's
but
relay.
these are the sprints, right? 100 meters sprinters. And then bring up.
So check it. So Michael Phelps will race and win that.
Yep.
And then do the 400, then do the relay. They're all the same team. There's only one Olympic team.
No, I understand.
For U.S.
But there's also
they compete in different events.
But there's also the 10,000 meter or something, right? Isn't there aren't there the long ones?
And it's all of them.
Well,
but they put him in different spots. So Michael Phelps might be really good at sprinting, so they put him in the last leg.
Right.
But there's only one swim team. There's not different.
Oh, so
there's not sprinters. Like,
really? They don't have sprinters?
Some people are good at the 100. Some people are good at the 400. Some people are good at the relay.
Right.
It's all
But don't
swimming.
they have the long distance swim? Like the, I feel like they have other.
Pounds.
Huh?
198 pounds, 227 pounds.
The big boys.
200, 180.
No, they're
227.
thin, man.
Well, 227 is not thin. 6'6", 230?
That's
pretty big,
so
right?
thin.
6'6", 230?
6'6", 220. Look that guy. You know, thin at 6'6",
Alan
227
Bernard.
pounds.
Look up Alan Bernard. I think they have skinny legs, but big shoulders.
They're thinner
Yeah.
people. That's the wrong guy. That's the wrong guy, guys.
Let's
get better at this. It's Nathan Adrian. The second one down. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Sorry.
Yeah, sprinters aren't heavy, like big dudes.
He's big, dude.
That's a big kid. Yeah. That's a big guy. However,
He's thin,
However,
man.
he's got skinny legs.
6'6", 225
but he's a big
is
boy.
thin. And look how low his body fat is.
Yeah, if you look at his
very
legs,
smaller.
I bet you they're really skinny. But that,
like
Still
he's
kinda big, though.
thin.
not that thin, Bubba. He's pretty big. I mean, you know,
Brother, he's probably
6'6".
6% body fat.
Yeah.
6'6", 225 pounds.
But I'm saying he's got a
is
big
thin.
frame, right? Like he's got a big frame.
He's tall.
Yeah.
But
Wide
they're not,
shoulders.
They're not my size. They're
No.
not thick.
Yeah, you're kind of
Go back. So let's say he's the outlier. Go back to that list you had, Chin. Go back to the list.
What's Phelps weigh?
Let's look at the next biggest guy. 198 pounds.
There's a 220.
6'5", 192. That's skinny. Yeah, you're right. You're right. 6'1", 167. There's guys 230. He's 6'6",
That's like
230.
way back in the days, though. 1980.
That's some
Yeah.
German dude.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of them are tall but very thin. You're right.
You can't.
You're right.
It's just physics. They can't
Yep.
be big and thick. And
No,
swim
that
in
guy's
the water.
6'4", 198.
Let's see what the original guy looks like.
And they're lean, man.
Yeah, lean.
Like you got to remember, like they're world.
This is the French guy. This
they're
guy's
world-class
a beast. This guy
athletes.
gave Michael Phelps a run for his money. He's a big boy.
Looks pretty big.
Yeah.
He looks like Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, he does.
kind of a muscular.
There's that shark.
He's a
tattoo.
big, like his big shoulders and stuff.
Yeah, right here he looks enormous.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. They're long. They're long, big guys. I mean, you know,
Mark
compared to
They're
most of
long
us.
and thin. Yeah.
long.
You just can't be a real thick.
the
swimmer.
the Olympic water polo players. Those are big boys. Those guys are as big as you are sometimes.
Yeah.
Doesn't he look kind of like a Zuckerberg and Michael Phelps?
He does. He looks like Michael Phelps and Zuckerberg had a baby.
Look at that
Oh,
gold
even
medal.
right here, Coldplay.
Not really. He looks more like Zuckerberg or Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
And Coldplay.
Yeah, those water sports, the endurance sports, like those polo. Have you ever tried water polo?
Yeah,
Beast.
it's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
They
Super
lift
beast.
a lot of weights. They size is good because they kind of dunk each other.
It depends
and
on the
stuff like that.
position too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a
Like
rough,
I saw the Greek
that's a
team and they
rough
were all
game.
fucking huge. I was like, Jesus Christ. Like the Serbians, forget it.
Go to our water polo team, Chin.
Water polo.
In California, those motherfuckers are good too. The schools here.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind my son playing some water polo.
Some big boys.
That'd be the
Big
women,
girls,
Chin.
big boys.
There's a back shot.
Again, though, their legs, like they have thin legs, I think.
But
you know?
B, you got to remember all these things you keep saying when they're big boys, it's endurance. Like
Yeah.
they have to have so
So
much.
they can't
endurance.
have, it's like they can't
So when you
have
say
much
big,
weight.
like when you say big, I think to me big would be NFL players
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's not endurance sport.
Right.
So when you say swimmers are not big, like I've seen,
Yeah, compared to
I've seen
football
Michael Phelps,
players.
I've seen Ryan. They're not big guys.
Really?
They're not big. They're very thin. Because
Yeah.
you got to remember,
You're talking about a different kind of
They got to
big.
move,
Yeah.
man. So it doesn't make sense. So when you say big,
Yeah, it's not NFL football.
but it's not professional athlete big.
Right.
They're not big people.
Right. Well, there you go. They're kind of
Like not one of those guys is
Yeah.
a big athlete.
yeah.
No, because it takes again. It's
you can't have that much weight.
You got
You break down.
You have common sense. Like you're in the water for that long.
Yeah.
You can't be a big guy.
Well, it's kind of like soccer. You can't have that much weight on you. You know,
No, it'd be such a disadvantage to be
Right.
a thick dude.
right.
But isn't that helping with your buoyancy? If
With
you have
what?
more fat, like how you float. Buoyancy.
Well, yeah,
You know what I'm
buoyancy.
talking about?
Well, that's why
You guys are hurting my
buoyancy
brain.
is a little bit more about a body type, right? So
Isn't
if
it
you're
more fat?
super shredded,
So if you have more fat, you're gonna be slower in the water.
if you're
I mean,
more
but you
fat, then you'll
float,
be
so it's less
you'll float.
energy to stay
you'll be
stay
more
afloat.
buoyant. That's for sure. If you have an extra layer of fat, you are more buoyant. If you're really muscular and shredded, you tend to not be as buoyant.
So you're
that's
heavier
Yeah,
in the
muscle
water, at
sinks, fat floats, kind of idea. So it's a body type. It's a body type.
You know, babies are all fat. So
Yeah,
they
they
just
can float.
Aw,
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with technique, and that's why those guys are in shape.
you're a bit of a
It's not
seal.
Fat. Yeah,
Seeing you take to the water,
I
dipping
love
around.
me some water, man. Grew
Are
up
you
in the water.
fast when you swim?
Pretty fast. I mean, I love swimming, man. In the ocean and everything. You don't look like a swimmer, Jim.
I cannot swim.
You can't swim?
I know how to swim, but not really well. I panic.
I did a lot of swimming as a kid.
You seem like you could swim, yeah.
Yeah.
Most kids, I feel like, especially like, if you don't learn how to swim when you're a kid, you're kind of screwed.
I was on swim team as a kid when I was in 8th grade.
You're kind of screwed if you don't do it as a kid. It's not like something you pick up as an adult.
How did you learn, though?
I mean, life. I mean, it's just
You
what
just
we
went swimming
did.
with your friends.
My
Swimming.
grandma every like weekend we'd go to this like community pool.
Kids will
That's
stay in a
what we did.
pool for 5 hours.
Yeah, that's how that was like our daycare. Like
Yeah.
our dad would just bring us there and we'd
Yeah,
play
you-
it
it's
all
your-
day,
all day
and
long.
They sleep at night.
All day long. That's
Yeah.
right. You are in the pool.
outside swimming. Where you at?
My kids will be in the pool for 5 hours, 6 hours. I'm not kidding. They will just stay in the pool, jumping out, coming out. They come out and eat something, and then pow, back in.
B, I gotta go, brother. My car's here.
Damn it!
You have to do current events and
I don't mind.
dropping knowledge.
Flights at
on these
12:45.
kids. Yeah,
You going to take the world by storm?
yeah. Why they make me leave so early? I have no idea. Well, it's not that early.
I don't know if you have to leave this early, but because your airport's 15 minutes away.
I know, but this is my car's down there.
Yeah.
That's why I just make them wait. You think?
Yeah. I mean, if you want, just you do current events 15 minutes. It's up to you. I don't mind.
See if you text me.
I don't mind at all. I can handle it, no problem.
This is fun.
The people are clamoring for me.
While you guys do that, I'll go ahead and load the first one. And it's a terrible one.
Oh, boy.
I just saw this today. Hundreds confess to eating human flesh in South Africa.
Cannibals. There's a sign. Hundreds of people allegedly confess to eating human flesh given to them by one of the men facing cannibalism charges in South Africa. Vice did a thing on this.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
On human cannibals?
Yeah. So
I get 10 minutes.
During the war, there's this idea that you could, if you ate, for example, this is terrible, a child's heart,
You got their
it made
power,
you
right?
invisible.
Yep, that's what they're saying here.
So they would kill innocent children and eat their hearts. It's hell on earth. It's what would
So
happen.
you're saying this is going on right now?
Yeah. And they said one of the guys went up to the police station with body parts and said, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, and also the main guy who found God and now is a preacher, he was a general he was a human eating, he would eat children's hearts.
Jesus.
And he said,
Christ,
but now I
man.
found Jesus and
Fuck you.
yeah,
Go to hell.
I think this was in the Congo or in Liberia. I believe.
Can't
it was
you get really
Liberia.
sick from eating human?
Yeah, you can get.
If you eat their brain, you're fucked.
yes, you can get Kukruyu laughing disease, mad cow disease.
Yeah,
essentially.
basically, right?
Yeah.
Because cows would get it from eating
Yes.
each other's brains.
Yeah. So typically, if you look at, for example, the Old Testament, they always talked about never eating the flesh of an animal that eats other animals. And there's a lot of scientific reason for that. So if you eat something that like an osprey, an eagle, or a bear that eats dead carcasses, you'll get trichinosis, you'll get all kinds of things. Yeah. You get all kinds of weird.
Who eats people, man?
This is in Africa.
Yeah, it's
just
in Africa.
Yeah.
It's
But I'm sure he
it's
just
a
very,
it's-
very.
It's also education. thing.
Well, because what happens is somebody says, by the way, if you eat an innocent child's heart, bullets
Yeah,
will
so it's
bounce off you.
education.
You've never had any education. You're a kid that was taken by a group and turned into a child soldier, and you do that. I mean, this is what happens in life. This is what happens when order and everything breaks down. This is what happens in war.
On a lighter note, Demi Lovato is tagged to sing or tapped to sing the national anthem.
I love me some
amazing.
Demi Lovato.
So do I.
Love it.
In every way, I love her. I think she's amazing.
Who's going to sing the Ireland national anthem?
I don't know.
Because you got to have both,
Not
right?
Sinead, I don't think.
No, Sinead O'Connor.
She went crazy, man.
She went a little dark, right?
She was in a motel room. She did a video saying she wanted to kill herself.
Yeah.
Did you see the video that Tyson Fury posted afterwards?
No.
It's very sweet. He was saying, like, you're going through hard times. I know what you're going through, this and that. Like,
Yeah, he suffers from mental illness, too.
Oh, did he? He posted a thing for her?
Yeah, like a very sweet message to
Yeah.
her.
It was a little
Like,
old,
call
right?
me if you need anything.
That was a
kind
while
of
ago,
stuff.
right?
No, it's
I
recent.
think it was recent.
Very recent.
Yeah.
Because she posted one very recently.
Oh,
saying,
another one.
Yeah,
she
she
did.
said-
She tweeted something.
Yes,
out.
but she
Oh,
did a
posted
video
another
where
one.
she said, I'm lost. I'm really upset.
Really?
I'm only staying alive for my psychiatrist,
What?
who's a saint, who says I'm his.
No, let
yeah.
me see the original Sinead O'Connor one. I don't give a fuck what Tyson. Tyson Fury. That's craziness talking to craziness.
Man, she's really not doing well. Tough one, man.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
Living in a motel. So click on that for me.
Yeah.
3 mental illnesses. I'm now living in a Travelodge motel in the end of New Jersey.
She's in New Jersey.
My kidney stone. I'm all by myself, and there's absolutely nobody in my life except
So sad.
the doctor.
You can stop this shit.
Yeah.
It's such a bummer, man.
She has no one in her
That's
life.
despair.
She's all by herself.
Yeah, that's just despair. She, doesn't know
She has
what
no
to do.
friends or family. That's a bummer.
I think people like that isolate themselves and they keep people away because of a lot of who knows. I mean,
That's
I'm not
such a bummer.
suffering
man.
from that.
And so let me see Tyson Fury. What'd he say?
On his head.
Hi, this is Tyson Fury, former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. And this is a special message to Sinead O'Connor. I recently watched one of your heartbreaking videos where you talked about mental health problems. And being alone and feeling like you wasn't a role model and it wasn't your fault and no one's there. I recently been going through a lot of it myself, Sinead, and you're not alone. There's a lot of people out there who go through the same thing. Like you say, millions of people around the world suffer with this. Mental health problems is one of the worst things that anyone could ever have.
Oof, I can't
no matter
imagine.
how successful or rich you become, mental health will always bring you down. And it always gives someone a right to write you off for whatever reason. But I'm here if you need me. Tyson Fury. Get someone to contact me. I'd like to speak to you.
That's good for him.
It's
Man.
very sweet, right?
Yeah, I think unless
He
you
suffers from the same.
unless you suffer from it, you have no idea what
I
it's
agree.
like.
Yeah. Like I can't relate to that.
No.
Neither can you. I don't
No.
think anyone in here
No.
can.
I-
It looks
I-
like a real bummer. I mean, it's a straight up sickness that
It's
it's
a
hard
sickness.
to cure.
It's a sickness, and I've had family members that are that way where
Really?
it's like, yep,
It's a bummer.
and you can't help them, and it's really tough.
What else you got?
Actually,
Jim?
how about this one? So a woman says she got cancer from using talcum powder, the Johnson & Johnson's baby powder.
Yeah.
And she actually won $417 million from it.
Good for her.
Because they've linked that to cancer, cervical cancer.
And did she actually get cancer?
Really?
Oh well.
And then there's like the fourth lawsuit. So it's for feminine hygiene when,
Yeah.
when we put it
No
down there,
shit.
Ovarian
they're
cancer
getting
case.
cancer.
What?
I had no idea.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah.
Hold on. About talcum powder's potential cancer risk. That's crazy,
Ovarian
man.
cancer.
Damn, that's nuts. I guess.
Give me one more chin. I got to roll.
All right.
Damn, that's amazing.
Good one. Do you know anyone with peanut allergies, kids?
Yep, a lot of them. I know a lot of kids who have.
Your
peanut-
kids have
Nope,
it?
my kids
Neither
don't.
do mine, yeah.
But
A lot of
they're-
kids do.
It's actually to the point
Alarming.
where if you open some kids, because it has the same effect that cyanide does, if you open a peanut, a thing of peanuts, and the scent of the peanut can actually send a
God,
kid
set 'em off.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like
It's
at school, there's
crazy.
only almond butter now. There's no peanut butter.
You get it on kids' skin, they can go into anaphylactic shock.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
yeah, the parents have to carry
what?
those needles for the kids.
Yeah, an EpiPen.
Australian scientists, this is a study they did over 4 years. 70% of the kids were healed. It's just adding probiotics with the
Wow.
peanuts.
Oh, wow.
So it's not trying to like fight the allergy.
It's still developing
So it builds their immune system, and it's working.
Sweet.
You can do that with snake venom, by the way.
Oh, that's right.
Yep, little
It's
tiny.
expensive to get.
It's tough to get snake venom, but you just give yourself tiny doses
And
periodically.
it's like a tough gig to milk that snake.
Yeah, in case you get bit by a snake.
Yeah.
In case you're in the wild.
You got this, B?
I got it, brother. You go have fun. Make me proud.
Okay.
All right, buddy? All right, let me just hold on. Hold on, buddy.
All right.
Just hold on. Well,
All right, we're back.
Brennan is gone, and I'm about to take over this bitch. You're welcome, everybody. Let's keep going through some, current events. Current events with Chiln. Let's see what's going on. Mm-hmm. Damn right.
Okay. The next one. Another underage girl has reported that she had sex with R. Kelly. She is a 15-year-old girl.
Damn.
And that just came out.
So is he on trial right now or no?
See, I don't know if he was actually officially charged with that cult thing.
Well, he was. There's video of him peeing on a 14-year-old. I don't know how you bounce back from that.
Yeah.
You know, there are guys that can't bounce back from the fact that they allegedly sexually harassed somebody, and then their careers are ruined, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she came in and he said hot chocolate, or he said great dress, or whatever it might be, or he touched her face and he got fired and he was the CEO. This happens all the time.
Yeah.
So some people just can't get away from that. R. Kelly is caught on video. I haven't seen the video, but this is what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Pissing on a girl who's 14?
Something young like that.
Guess what, dude? For me, we'll see you later.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you beat the charges in a courtroom, I just can't have you at my party anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not going to buy your music, but somehow we just don't talk about it. Some things
weird.
are so
it's
strange.
It's with like music artists too, just like Chris Brown beating like Rihanna. Like
even that with Chris Brown, none of us know the details. So what happens is we go, lover spat. They got in a fight. Everybody knows somebody who, like a couple that's really volatile, love each other, and they fight. Sometimes they hit each other. It's like, whoa, good luck with that. But we're all like, geez, that's like if you don't see that and you think, well, there are these two stars that are crazy in love, and yeah, he had to go to anger management and stuff. That's a story that we all have heard 1,000 times. So we put it into context. We're like adults fighting, he loved her, she gave him something, or whatever it is. There's always these reasons. This kind of shit, man, is to me a little bit different because it involves a child, or at least a 14-year-old or whatever. So I don't know, man.
Both are bad, but definitely this is
I don't know.
Horrible, yeah.
Again, by the way, I don't know. I need to see the facts. I need to see what's really going on here. How much of this is hearsay? How much of this is conjecture? I don't know. The guy got off, right?
Yeah.
It's a strange thing, man. It's a strange thing.
Anyways, let's move on from this. Have you seen a story on a family that had a Norman Rockwell painting just hanging in their living room? They didn't realize it was an actual original.
That's amazing.
And I guess their nephew went to get it tested, and it's worth $1.6 million.
There you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's amazing.
And what do you think of this? Okay, honestly, what do you think of this? If Floyd Mayweather and Justin Bieber were really, really good friends, and then Justin Bieber recently unfollowed him on Instagram because his church is telling him that he's a bad, influence.
Oh, God.
And then Floyd Mayweather, apparently, the rumors are he went like ballistic, going like, "This is horrible. I was there for you when you were going through your stuff, whatever." Now this is happening before the fight. Do you think this is at all affects him in the fight?
No,
like emotional stuff.
No, I think when Floyd Mayweather steps in the ring, all his problems melt away. I think the one place that Floyd Mayweather has no problems, and the one place Floyd Mayweather feels safe, and the one place Floyd Mayweather is allowed to be truly himself is in that ring. And, you know, when he was talking about fighting Conor McGregor, he's like, just another day for me. That makes sense. When you master something and you're that good, it is just another day. You know, competition on that level. I mean, it's what he does. That's a language he has mastered. It's a language he's fluent in, and it's a language where he's seen everything you're going to throw at him. So, you know, the Justin Bieber thing might even be, if he's a shrewd guy, it might even be part of part of the media storm that he's creating. Right? I mean, you turn it into something important. Does he really care that Justin Bieber unfollowed him? I don't know. Is that him talking? You know, somebody unfollowed me. I please.
No, these are just rumors from people they know. Well, let me ask you this: have you ever? This must have happened to you because you've been performing on stages everywhere. Have you ever had like a really messed up argument or something bad happened before you went on stage, and then you were able to just be in your own world afterwards, or did it affect you?
If I feel like in my life I haven't closed a circle or taken care of something, you know, if I have unfinished business. If somebody is upset with me because I did something wrong.
Yeah, like that.
If somebody thinks I did something wrong and I haven't addressed it and it's hanging in the air, I have a big problem with that. I don't like unfinished business. I don't like having things I want to say to somebody close to me that I haven't said. I don't like when I'm in the wrong and I haven't admitted to it or made it better or made it right. That's a big problem for me. I always want to have paid my debts. And I think that's where a lot of stress comes from. And when I haven't done that, it's a form of lying, right? When I haven't confronted something that needs to be confronted, when I'm procrastinating, my back will hurt and my shoulder will start twitching. It's really weird. Literally, I start doing this weird thing with my left shoulder. So, those are my telltale signs that you have to close a circle. You know, I call it closing circles. You got to have all your circles closed. And one of the things I like about like my 50th birthday or my wedding or any of those moments is I invite everybody I know who means something to me. And I make sure all those relationships are whole and that everything is completed. I love that. And it's important to me. It's really important to me. You know, I want to think that I'm doing the right thing. It's very, very important. And so I do. It's also why keeping negative bullshit out of your life and negative people out of your life is so crucial, because there are a lot of people that I guess you love and they love you, but it's not a real relationship. They're suppressive. They're just suppressive. Because your relationship could be an older sister, a younger sister, could be your mother, could be a family member, usually somebody very close to you, a quote-unquote best friend. And every time you're around them, you're not really yourself. You're playing a character. You're living double life because they are a suppressive force on you. They're those people that are essentially, you know, they're judgmental. They can't really deal with you unless they're over you. They can't have an equal relationship with you. And you know those people. And we all have them in our lives. I think those people are very important to keep at arm's length. You don't have to cut them out of your life completely. Keep them the fuck away from you if you want to get things done, because they're going to bring you down. This is not new science, but I'm a big believer in kind of protecting yourself. And I'm also a really big believer in standing up for yourself in those situations where, you know, you're like, hey, dude, you know, I'm a good guy, but don't mistake my kindness for weakness. Mm-hmm. You know, go fuck yourself at the end of the day. Don't do that. You have to have lines. You have to have clearly stated boundaries. And I've never been somebody who's terribly sensitive that way. I'm not a competitive person, you know. I'm just not. I don't like the idea of competition like that. Like, if you play a game with me, you know, if you beat me, it's no big deal. I don't care. I'm more competitive with myself. Am I being the best comic I can be? Am I writing a lot? That's a different thing. So, yeah. Anyway,
you are a good person, though. I mean, I get to see you behind all this stuff too. So
I appreciate it.
That's one thing I could tell for sure.
Well, that's important to me. I think I'm a good person. You know, I mean, I hope I do the right thing. It's like the same thing with when we advertise things on this show. We say no to a lot of stuff because I have to believe in it. It's got to be a product that I'm not I can't lie to our audience. I can't, because it has nothing to do with getting away with it or not. I just that would hurt my back. I'd be moving my shoulder a lot. I would, it's I don't want to be that guy, because we all do this shit, man. You ever talk in a way like you'll say you do something because it's the ideal of who you want to be, but you realize you don't really do that. Like, we all do that shit all the time. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example of what I do when I do that. But anyway.
But the negative thing, I totally agree with. I remember when you're on, I don't use Facebook that much anymore, but when you used to be on Facebook, there's like a timeline, whatever's, it's just like Instagram. Whoever posts something, it pops up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have certain friends that post, complaining about this and that. And after a while, I get bummed out about it. So you can actually filter it to where you don't see their posts anymore.
Oh,
and I filtered so many posts out of my Facebook account now.
Brennan and I obviously are very close, but that's a relationship that every relationship needs to be tended to. Every relationship needs to be gardened, because this show is contingent upon us being true friends and us having fun experiences and being close. And that's very important. So then when he's really busy, he's in Ireland for a long time and I'm doing my thing and we haven't seen each other in 2 weeks, we got to regroup, man. We got to regroup and check in and kind of see what's going on with each other, because otherwise there's no way to get out of that. You've got to confront shit. If something's bugging you or whatever, you got to talk it out, because the show is contingent upon honesty and a real relationship and a real friendship. And a lot of us don't hold ourselves to that standard because we don't have to. But marriage is that way. You got kids with a woman, you better be talking those things out. I fucked up this morning. My kid was nervous about his first day in school, and I started roughhousing with him, and then he kicked me. And I go, hey, and I scolded him. And he started to cry. My wife was like, you can't do that. I've got this kid already. He's nervous about school. You're scolding him right before he goes to school? What? She goes, he's not that guy. You want him to be this boy who you can roughhouse with? He's way too sensitive for that. Sorry, he's not that kid for you. Mm-hmm. So I had to go, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was wrong. I fucked up. You have to do that. Otherwise, my wife is going to be angry with me, and that's not going to work out. I'm going to pay a price. Anyway, moving on.
More current events?
Hell yeah, I like them.
This is a good story. And usually, I don't know, I didn't post Matt Hughes stuff for a while because I guess, whatever, he's recovering. But his friend recently posted a video of him, this is just like lightly messing around, grappling.
He's back on the mat?
Yeah. But so not really on the mat. They're just trying to videotape him, kind of like just having a little fun with his friend. But I mean, just that alone, he was in a coma like not too long ago.
Oh my God.
So
the guy is
here. He's just laying on there, just kind of like lightly playing.
That's crazy. That is
but
crazy.
I mean, from where
he looks
where he
so
was,
skinny.
Yeah.
Look at how skinny he is.
Yeah, he doesn't look like Matt Hughes. But it's good to see that, though.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
That is amazing. I leveled for 5 days and come back to his ass wanting and able to roll. I can't believe I thought he was done.
Yeah. It was looking bad for a little while. Have you ever had a friend, be injured like that?
No. No, I haven't. And I can't imagine, But it's really great to see him doing that, because that was a serious brain injury.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
It's actually amazing. I cannot believe that. Working his muscles and stuff. He looks different.
Yeah, man.
How long was he? He was in bed for 2 months?
It feels like it's only been like that long.
That's a great story, man. He's a great guy. I had the privilege of working with him and spending time with him on Kingdom.
Yeah.
He's such a good guy, man. Just a really good person and a man.
Heard he's like strong as hell too. Like
All I know is I tried to grab him, and he grabbed the back of my neck, and I was like, "Holy shit!" You know,
farm boy strength.
Yeah.
I don't know this UFC fighter, but he got a 10-month suspension for popping for 5 different things that were not allowed.
Yeah, well, you know, it's called trying to get an edge with sports enhancing drugs.
So 5 banned substances.
Yeah.
But
It's 37.
I guess they were able to find like supplements that he was using, and both supplements that he was using had all those 5 supplements in it that didn't have it on the actual label.
So wait, so what do you mean?
So he was using a supplement that was over the counter.
Oh, okay.
And then it had those 5 banned substances inside that supplement.
Well, Rogan talks about this all the time. These things that build muscle that you can get a lot of times they build muscle, they really do, because they have steroids in them.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the stuff is not regulated. You know, not to do an Onnit ad right now, but that's why Onnit is something you can trust, because I'm telling you, because Rogan uses it, Aubrey uses it, like the people that created it use the product every day. I've seen it with my own eyes. Aubrey's obsessed with purity. He's obsessed with where it's sourced. They're obsessed with all of that stuff. That's why, you know, we've had, way before Onnit came along, on my podcast and Fighter and Kid, we had a lot of supplement companies come to us. And I was like, I can't trust you guys. I don't know what you're putting in. I don't know you. Do you have double-blind studies? In other words, you know what a double-blind study is?
Yeah.
Where the person giving you the thing doesn't know what he's giving you, and you don't know what you're getting. I need to see measurable results, and I need to see peer-reviewed results. Otherwise, I don't trust your product. I don't know where you're making it. I don't know what your protein powder has in it. I don't know what your testosterone-building product has in it. Chances are it probably, like a lot of the Viagra you get over the counter in gas stations, that has actual
Viagra stuff.
Yeah, narcotics that open blood vessels. You know, the same stuff that's in Viagra. So, you know, it's like these guys who get Propecia or Viagra from China or from countries where it's cheaper. Cool. I don't know what's in it. How much is in it? You know, who's regulating this shit? Don't trust it. I'll stick with American pharmaceutical companies, or, you know, pharmaceutical companies where there's a chain of, you know, you can follow where it was sourced.
Do you think that there's a chance? Because I kind of think this is how it's going. So these guys that are doing these over-the-counter supplements, I think a lot of them, they know through people that some of these supplements have actual things that they would want. But if they were to get caught, they could show, hey, it's not on the bottle. But, you know, people talk.
Yeah.
People in certain circles talk. I'm kind of thinking some of these people that get popped for, you know, substances that are in actual over-the-counter supplements.
Right.
They know that stuff's in there, but that's the easy way out.
Yeah.
Do you believe that or not?
Yeah. Sometimes. I don't know, but I do.
I kind of,
I don't know. It's hard to tell what's in a bottle, you know. So, and I also think the reality is that when you do professional sports, especially MMA, on that level where you're training that hard, I'm really forgiving a lot of times of people who use steroids. I just am. I you know, because I think it's really hard to stay injury free. Mm-hmm. It's really hard to have a career that lasts a long time when you're not getting help. It breaks you down, man. So I know people are really, you know, they're like, you know, they're unforgiving about this stuff, but that's usually people who don't do sports or haven't done sports on a high level. I haven't either, but I've seen what they go through, man. It's really, really difficult. I know for a fact Brennan's never done that stuff, but he has a certain body type. You know, I don't know. And I'm not saying it's not cheating, but I am saying that I get it, and I'd be probably a lot more lenient. I don't know the answer. I'm actually torn on the use of steroids in sport, because if you really allowed it to go anywhere you wanted, you'd have people with pharmacists, and the guy with the best doctor and the best pharmacist would be the guy with the gold medal. That's just a fact. Because if you have two people of equal physical caliber and skill, the guy with the better drugs is going to win, right? Depending on the sport. But so you do have to have, I mean, I get, I think his name is Novinsky. I get USADA's point of view. I get the idea of strict testing. I get it. It's probably better for the athletes in some ways, their health in the long run, because athletes will do whatever it takes to get that edge. As Brendan says, they'll eat a piece of shit if it gets them over the finish line faster. It's the nature of athletes, pro athletes. They'll die. Nate Marquardt would talk about he was willing to die in that cage. You have to protect athletes from themselves sometimes. So
I don't like that thing where you have to report everywhere you're going. I think that's
it's very invasive. They'll show up at 3:30, 4:30, 5:30 in the morning. They'll just bang on your door. I mean, I know fighters who told me these stories. I mean,
there's also, if you go anywhere, you have to let them know everywhere you're going.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's very invasive. The question is, how do you prevent? I mean, how do you avoid that? If you actually really want testing, you've got to be pretty draconian about it. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's all we got for current events, unless you got something.
I just have a funny dropping knowledge. A lot of these white supremacists, there's a website, I think 300,000 people actually belong to it, and it's called Stormfront. And you can't belong to Stormfront unless you are of pure European ancestry. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them are doing this 23andMe, the thing I did, like the Geno you spit in a cup. And they're not happy with the results. A lot of them just have so much shit. They got Asian, they got Jewish, they got all kinds of stuff. Like it is. It is. You if you look at cross migrations of populations and stuff, there are so many different types of, we did a lot of intermixing. That's what the human race is. You have probably a lot of Mongolian, you have all kinds of stuff in you. And, this idea of purity is so laughable and stupid. And in fact, not even a good thing. What do you mean purity? What are you talking about? So you can trace your lineage all the way back to the Saxons, to the original Vikings? All right, I guess. It means you won't have any rhythm. You suck in the sun. You can't handle spices. You ever see, I do this joke about Vikings with even black pepper. They're like, ah! It's too much for them. I mean, you develop a lot of resistance to diseases because you have a mixture of a lot of different kind of races. One of the problems with the Ashkenazi Jews is that because they were so marginalized, they bred with each other. There was a lot of, sort of clannish, tight-knit interbreeding, if you will, among people who were strictly of Jewish faith. And it created a lot of genetic abnormalities that led to a higher incidence of breast cancer in some cases and all kinds of stuff. So it's always been known by geneticists and even doctors that if you have a good mix, if you're a mutt, you're probably going to have a better chance at resisting disease. The same goes with dogs, in fact. Purebreds have a lot of problems that mutts don't. Because for whatever reason, when you cross-pollinate genes, you are stronger. And by the way, the reason that human beings progress is because ideas have sex. Idea sex, the appropriation and cross-pollination of cultures is how you get really fucking good food and how you get people smarter. Because you know what makes you a better fighter? When you borrow techniques from the Russians, from the Brazilians, from the American boxers, from the Mexicans, from the Thai, and you mix it all together, and then you get mixed martial arts. Do the same thing with your mixed mental arts. That's why my podcast, Mixed Mental Arts, is a podcast about learning how to think broadly. Be a mixed mental artist. New episode drops very soon, by the way. But that's my mission. I don't make any money on mixed mental arts, but we have a website, mixedmentalarts.co, and we try to essentially distill the big ideas. Look, there are 130 million books out there and 60 million scientific papers. That's a conservative estimate. Oh, and by the way, there's the internet with all that information. How the hell are you supposed to learn or know anything? Well, I am trying, with the help of very smart people, to at least break down some big ideas and get the seminal books, the books that started everything, read. And you don't have to read them, but I'm trying to break them down and distill them with articles and things like that from other people. So that's what the website's about. But be a mixed mental artist. Be a mixed martial artist. Be a mixed artist. You know, make your life a work of art, and you can't do that unless you appropriate other people's ideas, customs, cultures, unless you expand your understanding. Which means read broadly, listen broadly. Don't be so quick to join a team, please. Because when you join a team, when you adhere to an ideology, you are going to not really do your own thinking. You're going to let the leader of that ideological movement do most of the thinking for you. And history would suggest that that turns you into either a fanatic or into a corpse. So think for yourself. Treat everybody as an individual. Read broadly, listen broadly.
Eat everything.
Eat everything. Turn your life into a work of art. And that's it.
Perfect.
This is The Fighter and the Kid. Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Hold on.
Here we go.
My God. I'm going to be in Cincinnati at this Brouhaha Cincinnati Comedy Festival at Sawyer. I think it's the Sawyer Point Theater. Main stage at the Brouhaha this Friday. Come see me. I'm headlining the Brouhaha Cincinnati Comedy Festival. 21st, 22nd, 23rd, I'm in Madison, Wisconsin at Comedy on State. Get your tickets now at tfatk.com. I'll also be in Philly at Helium Comedy Club. September 28, 29, 30. There it is. August 25th. August 25th, Friday. Cincy Brouhaha. That's where I'm at. And I'll be at the Cincinnati Sawyer Point Park main stage. Figure it out. I'll be bringing heat. We got the Sklar brothers. We got, what's his name? Got some big comics. All right. Tom Green. Lots of guys.
Cool.
This is The Fighter and the Kid. We're out.